Hello friends, today we're going to be looking at a USB-C adapter for MacBook Pros. This is a Selore product. I haven't heard of that name before. Let me show you the ad on Amazon here. So as you'll see, it is a, 6-in-1, 5-in-1, something like that adapter here. Let's see. Yeah, and so there are two versions. There's one that just has 3 USB-Cs for $17.99, which is the one I have in hand here. And then there is also one that has an Ethernet jack and an HDMI out. Because I already have other adapters for my MacBook Pro, I was only concerned about adding extra USB 3 ports. So that's why I got this device. So let's go ahead and do an unboxing and look at this a little closer. All right, so here we go. Here is the box that it came in. It is the kind of colored cardboard, and I'll open it up here. All right, so here's the box. It does come with a little carry case here, which you'll see here. And there are some written instructions, that kind of stuff in here as well. So let's look at that. So like showing those off too. All right, business card, satisfaction guarantee. This is to view their website, and it's a thank you plus a $5 gift card for leaving a review. So if you are into that, that's a good incentive for sure. All right, and so now we have our instruction manual here. Pretty straightforward. Different things to mention here for your MacBook Pro, talking about the port types and what they can do, and the SD card reader. They also have it in another language in the back. I'm guessing Chinese, but I don't speak Chinese, so I'm sorry if it's the wrong language. It does say made in China in the bottom corner here, so go ahead and get rid of that. All right, so again, we got this soft felt bag. I don't know what material it is, but it's pretty nice. I mean, if you separate this and don't want to get it scratched, you could always throw this in a bag and throw this in a purse or a backpack or what have you. So this is the device itself. It does have, looks like plated, I don't know if they're gold plated, but they're plated connections here, which are USB-C. You have a power, which can go up to 100 watts, and then 3 USB 3 connections plus an SD and a micro SD card slot. It's made out of some solid material. It's got an interesting texture to it, and I believe it's a metal casing because it's hard like metal. And I think it might be aluminum, that kind of thing. So yeah, so let's go ahead and look at it with a MacBook Pro. So by default, you can plug it in on this left side of the screen here. Sorry for all the times here. And I'm going to carefully line up the ports here, and then set it down, push it in. So it does work flat. You'll see the light just came on. So that's what it'll look like from the top down view. And let me switch back over to my primary camera here. I'll actually lift this MacBook Pro so you can see it connected here on the side. So that's what that's looking like there. Give you an idea of how far it sticks out from your MacBook Pro. It does look like on the bottom, it's about even with the bottom of the device. So if you set it on a desk, you know, there's not that added pressure, depending on the size of the plug here. So the question I had, because I have a 2018 MacBook Pro, and so you'll see that there are more ports on this side. I understand there is a headphone port that will probably get blocked, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and just see if it's even possible to put it here on the left side and see if the light comes on. Okay, so the light does not come on. I know you can't see it here. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So the light does come on and it does work. So obviously that's a little funky. It's a little weird looking, but in a pinch, it will be able to allow me to have some extra ports. And it does hang off the back. So this is what that looks like in that orientation on this side. I don't know if I'd recommend it for everybody, because that's obviously, it could be a hazard, so to speak. If I'm sitting here working away, that's actually not too bad of a design for that connection. So as I plug it in, it is hitting the side of the screen right here, so you kind of have to push it in well. And I'm not gonna lie, it is a little funky. I also have a skin on this, so that skin also pushes this out just a little bit more. So yeah. it's intermittent, it looks like. So the light is cutting on and off. So it may or may not serve the purpose that I was hoping it would. Let's go ahead and flip this bad boy upside down and see if it works in this orientation. So I'm going to push that in. And so obviously, we're not going to be able to see the lights with this in the upside down position, but if I flip it over, I'm going to, carefully flip it over so that you can see the light there. All right, so this is it in the upside down form. I will point out that the screen doesn't really close. It kind of hits there, and I'm afraid to really close it all the way. So I guess it can work on that side. And let's check the base, the bottom. Actually, that's fine as far as the lower clearance goes underneath. So that's pretty cool. If the light's on and if the ports work, then I am totally happy with that. Let's, there it is. Let's get fancy. I have a second one of these bad boys. So we're gonna get fancy. We're gonna try to see if we can do one on each side. So this might be overkill for most people, but I'm gonna go ahead and connect this to the opposite side. And now we have dual adapters here, which makes this nice and big. So I will point out that this might be overkill, obviously, and it's not ideal because you can't really shut the screen all the way. You'll have to pull at least the right side off. The left side looks like it's actually not in a bad spot, but yeah, they both plug in, they both work. And for $18, I think that's worth it to get some extra USB ports on a MacBook Pro.